Western Mass News is your vaccine authority, a story you'll only see right here. A former nurse at the Eastfield Mall vaccination site is speaking exclusively to us tonight after she tested positive for the coronavirus.
She says she didn't receive results for nearly 4 days after seeing over 300 patients and several staff members. Western Mass News reporter Lindsay Kane is live for us in Springfield with the exclusive details. Lindsay?
Chris and Jordan, I spoke with Krista Feeney tonight, who tells me she was fired from her position 2 hours after she found out she tested positive for coronavirus.
I don't know if I just put my kid or my dad in his grave.
Krista Feeney, a former nurse at the Eastfield Mall vaccination site, is speaking exclusively to Western Mass News after testing positive for COVID-19. She says she got daily COVID-19 tests with results coming back the next day. Her test started days before the facility opened on January 29th. But on the morning of February 1st, she was tested and didn't hear back until February 4th after 5 p.m. that she was positive for coronavirus.
They send it to Washington on a courier. No one picked it up for 4 days. 4 days.
A time frame she says led her to be in contact with over 300 patients and several staff members.
I was disgusted. And then I hear my neighbor, she's positive and she's got a 4-year-old. And then I felt like an invader. Like, what about these people that entrusted me?
Curative, the company who runs the vaccination site, tells Western Mass News they require daily testing. They say in part, staff test results can take 24 to 48 hours upon receipt at the lab. Once the Curative biosecurity team receives a positive result of a staff member, the team follows up with that individual directly. Feeney tells Western Mass News 2 hours after finding out she had COVID-19, she was then fired and left with a loss for words.
They called me saying I'm positive. Oh, by the way, you're fired. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Curative denied requests for an interview, but says in part, the former contractor was terminated prior to the positive test results due to repeated unprofessional behavior at the test site and for violating the code of conduct that she reviewed and agreed to. Feeney says with all her PPE, it's nearly impossible for a patient to get the virus from her. A single mother of a 5-year-old, Feeney is now struggling to breathe. She says she's left feeling scared for what's to come.
If I go in the hospital, where is she going to go? Home? What are they going to do? Take her away?
Feeney says she and her co-workers never got the option to get the vaccine. We also asked Curative very specific questions on how many employees have tested positive to date and did not receive an answer. Live in Springfield, Lindsay Kane, Western Mass News.